Blast me to Kanto. It's time for the Mad Merlins review of Pokemon TCG Deluxe Battle Deck Quaquaval EX by the Pokemon Company for the Pokemon trading card game. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Mad Merlins Pokemon trading card game unboxing, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Deluxe Battle Decks. So I've actually got two of these, the Quaquaval EX deck, and I also have the Meowscarada deck as well. So we'll take a look at both of these in separate videos. So we'll take a look at this one first. Some pretty cool cards in this. I managed to pick these up quite cheap at my local B&M. They are still available widely in other places. And yeah, they go for roughly £20 new. I'll give you the price I paid for these at the end of the video. But yeah, so before we dive into the unboxing, don't forget to, of course, like the video if you're enjoying the content. And if you are, please consider subscribing to the channel to help the channel grow if you haven't done so already. Finally, there are links in the video description down below, including the Mad Merlins Patreon, where you can support the channel and get access to videos earlier than you can here on YouTube. So, let's dive into the Deluxe Battle Deck Quaquaval EX and see what exactly we get. So, we can see two of the cards up front. We have Radiant Greninja and Quaquaval EX. So the deck box includes 3 foil cards, a metallic coin, a deck box, and a deluxe, a one-player game mat as well. So on the back then, we have, of course, the full content. So 60 card ready-to-play deck, single-player playmat, set of counters, large coin, condition markers, deck box, and strategy sheet, and a code for the online game as well. And then it goes through all 60 cards that we have. So Pokemon-wise, we have 2 Quaquaval EX, 3 Quaxwell, 4 Quaxley, 2 Baxcalibur, 2 Arctibax, 3 Frigibax, 2 Indeedee, 1 Bruxish, and 1 Radiant Greninja. Trainer cards then, we have 3 Iridia, 3 Professor's Research Professor Sada, 2 Jacques, 2 Youngster, 1 Clara, 2 Lake Acuity, 4 Nest Ball, 3 Ultra Ball, 2 Energy Retrieval, 2 Energy Search, 2 Escape Rope, and 2 Rare Candy. And for our energy, we have 12 basic energies there. And we can see a few more of the cards there on the back. So a lot of these are newer Silver Edge cards. They do have some of the classics that are still available in yellow. So each side of the box just has Deluxe Battle Deck and Quaquaval there. And we even have a QR code on the opposite side for how to understand all the difference of play levels. So this is a play level 2, so a little bit more advanced than your standard starter decks. So let's open up and see what we get inside. Well, we know what we get, but let's have a look at the actual physical content. So we actually get a lovely plastic storage solution for our cards. So we got our 3 foil cards, the 2 Quaquaval EX and the Radiant Greninja there. Our coin should also fit in there. And I'm guessing the deck fits, yeah, should fit there, but it's a bit battered, to say the least. But yeah, that's the foil cards. So we got a gigantic coin with Quaquaval there on it, looking pretty cool. 2 acrylic tokens, poison and burned if we need them. We have a set of damage counters, so 2 100s, 4 50s, and then 12 10s there. We've got the rest of the cards in a deck box. We have our playmat there. So just unfold. So we've actually got 2 sides to this. We have the side that gives you your reference chart there, as well as your deck zones, etc. And the other side is just the Deluxe Battle Deck, more for a centre of the battlefield, as we got the Meowscarada deck and the Quaquaval deck there as well. And then finally we have the strategy guides, which are double-sided, one for each of the 2 decks, so giving you some top tips on how to run the deck. And we have the Meowscarada there on the other side. Alright then, let's take a look at the cards, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on this deck. So we'll open up our little blister pack here. Put that to one side. So yeah, we got our online card there, which I'll be using. So yeah, we get 2 of the star of the show, the Quaquaval EX there. So she has Exciting Dance, does 60 damage. Then she has the ability to switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, and if you do, switch out your opponent's active Pokemon as well. And we have Spiral Shot there, put 2 energy, attach this Pokemon into your hand. So yeah, not too bad. Does quite a lot of damage as well, 230 there. So yeah. And we have the beautiful Radiant Greninja there. I think that's actually a little bit more shinier than the one I've actually got, so pretty cool. So you can only include 1 Radiant Pokemon in your deck. We have the awesome Concealed Cards ability, so you must discard energy from your hand in order to use this ability. Then you get to draw 2 cards, once per turn. Then he has Moonlight Shuriken, so you discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 90 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So that's pretty cool. If your opponent has benched out a load of basic Pokemon, you can knock them out pretty much, because they don't really have more than 90 HP, really. Even if they do, you've still took out over half that HP. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, let's take a look at the rest of the cards in the deck. So right up front, we've got our 12 basic energy. So then we have Quaxley, so 70 HP, pound and kick. We've got 4 copies of that. We have 2, 3, 4 copies of Nest Ball. So this allows you to search your deck for basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench, and then shuffle your deck. We have our Quaxwell, so Rain Splash for 20 and Spiral Kick for 70 damage there. We got 3 of that. We got our Frigibacks, so Tackle there for 30. 3 copies of that. We got our 3 copies of Professor Sada's Research there. Discard your hand, draw 7. Got our Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, search your deck for a Pokemon and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck, so 3 copies of that. We have Baxcalibur there, so evolve some Arctobax. So it has the Super Cold ability. As often as you like during a turn, you may attach a basic water energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, so that's pretty powerful. And Buster Tail there for 130 damage, 2 of this guy. And then we have 2 of the Arctobax as well, so Sharp Fin for 40 and Frost Smash for 80. We have Indeedee. So she's an expert nurturer. Search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon, put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. Hypnoblast, your opponent's Pokemon is now asleep for 30 damage. We got Jacques there, which allows you to search your deck for 2 evolution cards, reveal them, put them into your hand. Youngster shuffles your hand to your deck and draws 5. Good if you're low on cards. Also good if you have 5 cards you don't necessarily need and want to shuffle them away and get something better, hopefully. Although I've had quite a few occasions where I've got exactly the same cards except for 1. We got our energy retrieval, so put 2 energy from your discard pile into your hand there. We have our energy search, search your deck for an energy card, put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. Our rare candy, so that allows us to evolve our Pokemon. So we can skip out the stage 1 evolutions, going straight to a stage 2, so that's pretty cool. Bruxish there, so Vivid Charge, search your deck for 3 basic energy, reveal them, put them into your hand and shuffle your deck. And Wave Splash for 60 damage. Then we have Iridia there, so search your deck for water Pokemon and an item card, reveal them, put them into your hand and shuffle your deck. So 3 copies of her. Lake Acuity, all Pokemon with water and fighting energy take 20 less damage. We have Escape Rope there, so each player switches an active Pokemon with their bench Pokemon. Your opponent switches first. So we've actually got this one, which is actually going out of circulation as it's a E card. So we've got F's there, so yeah. A couple of these cards in this deck aren't going to be valid now in the new format, which is literally just the escape rope, but there's plenty of other things you can do to swap that out. And finally we have Clara. So choose one or both, put 2 Pokemon in your discard pile to your hand, put up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Pretty potent card, and sadly another one's being phased out this edition, or this rotation. Other than that though, the deck is loaded with cards that are G, which is the most recent letter. So yeah, you've only got a few cards to swap out, but otherwise this deck is pretty good. And a solid deck for anyone who's a fan of water Pokemon. I'll split up these energy a bit. And give the deck a quick shuffle. So yeah, there we go. Let's put our holographic cards into the deck as well. And we'll leave Quaquaval EX at the front there. So pretty cool. Right, put them away in the box. And we'll have a quick look at that playmat again before I give you my final thoughts on the deck as a whole. So here we have the game mat, and we've got some really helpful, important bits here. So what can you do during your turn? So at the start of your turn, you draw a card. You can put as many basic Pokemon onto your bench as you want per turn. Attach only 1 energy to one of your Pokemon once per turn. Once per turn, you can retreat your active Pokemon. You can evolve as many Pokemon as you want, providing they have been on the bench for 1 turn, which is something it should really say there. Play trainer cards, as many as you want, but only 1 supporter card. Use abilities, so just follow the directions of the Pokemon card. And then attack with your active Pokemon. If you cannot attack, tell your opponent your turn is over, and it's their turn. So we've got the different zones. So the prize zone, take a prize card each time a opponent's Pokemon has been knocked out. So you might be able to take more than 1 depending on the Pokemon. So the Pokemon EX allow you to take 2 cards when they are knocked out. So you've got our active spot here. So the name of the Pokemon is HP, cost attack, cost and attack damage. And then yeah, this is your active spot where your active Pokemon will be in play. This Pokemon is the one that you attack with. Then you have your bench, which has up to 5 additional Pokemon on. So your deck. So when you draw a card, just take the hook card of your deck from the stack. And then you got your discard pile. So if you lose and Pokemon is knocked out, you play a card, you just put it here in the discard. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, I'll bring everything back in. I'll give you my final thoughts as well as the pricing for the set. So there we have the Deluxe Battle Deck Quaquaval EX. Pretty good deck, nice starter deck for anyone looking to get into Pokemon trading card game. I know a few of the cards are now out of rotation. But there are others you can take and put in the deck. The escape rope you can swap with Switch, which just switches your Pokemon, doesn't swap your opponent's, sadly. But you've got other Pokemon in your deck that have abilities that forces your opponent's Pokemon out. We also have, of course, Clara there. So she's a really good recycler, but there's a few newer ones that are out in the game now you can use to get cards back from the discard pile. There's one support that allows you to add up to 3 Pokemon from your discard to your deck. No, up to 5, I think, actually. From your discard to your deck, shuffle your deck, and then you get to draw 3 cards as an added bonus. If you want to add energy and Pokemon, you've got Super Rod as a good replacement. So that allows you to add 3 in combination of energy and Pokemon from your discard back into your deck. They do go to your deck, so you don't get them to your hand like with Clara, but there's ways you can get around this. There's, as I said, the trainer card Miriam, I believe her name is, that allows you to add cards from your discard and draw as a bonus if you've added any cards from your discard to your deck. So yeah, a really cool, well-rounded deck. Pretty good starter point. So you get your damage counters, just enough, I think, really, for getting you started. A nice oversized coin. I don't really like the oversized coins. They're pretty, but I'd much prefer just a standard size one, which is the same size as the acrylic tokens there. The strategy guide is a nice little bonus, teaching you how to play the deck as well. And the game mat is pretty cool. Put this one and the Meowscarada deck together, and you've got a really cool battlefield to play on. So yeah, price-wise, as I said at the start of the video, these are retail for £20. They've been in B&M for quite a while. I've been meaning to pick them up, and they've recently gone down to £7.99, so less than half price. So I thought, yeah, I'll pick up both, as they both have some really interesting cards in them that I could use for deck material of my own. So yeah, we'll look at the Meowscarada deck in another video, but let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below, and of course let me know which TCG you want to see more content of. I collect this one, Pokemon, this one, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon as well. Other than that, I don't have a lot at the moment. Possibly thinking of getting into Lorcana and possibly that new Star Wars trading card game that's coming out. We'll wait and see what the future holds. But right now, I've got other things I need to put my attention towards. But yeah, let me know what you thought of all this in the comment section down below. And until next time, thank you all very much for watching. So stay safe and happy hobbying. Goodbye.